What's up, world? It's your boss, Kamal Nuru, aka International Zoe. And for the nightlife, you can call me Zoe Megatron and Dons. Here we're checking out this video, part 2 of my Colombian travel, Cartagena, Colombia. And this area here is called the Clock Tower. The Clock Tower is kind of like one of the entrances to Old Wall City or Old City. This is, I would say, the most popular tourist attraction in Cartagena, Colombia. And this area here is kind of the pre-nightlife here. A lot of people come down here, hang out. The guys walking around with coolers, they got water, they have beer, and people like warm up the nightlife here before they head to the clubs, the bars, and the restaurants. Now, in this area per se, guys are just hanging out, looking at girls, talking to girls, and you will probably see some of these girls, not most of these girls, in the two main clubs. And that's Space and Vida. So I'm hanging out here with my boy Lou. I'm walking around taking some video. There's a lot of attractive ladies here. A lot of them are working girls. And just waiting to be chosen, I guess. But it's cool at nighttime. The weather is cool. Like right here in this background, and I'll show you later, there are a few rooftop bars that are really nice in this area right here, inside the wall in this clock tower area. The reason why it's called the clock tower, because there is a clock tower at the entrance, and you'll be able to see that laid from one of the rooftop bars. This is a very touristy area in the daytime and nighttime, and it looks totally different in the daytime. That whole back corridor there is filled with vendors selling all type of Colombian treats and sweets and nuts and all kind of stuff. Pause. But it's a totally different feel from the daytime to the nighttime. In the nighttime, it turns into this, which is like a hangout, pre-party, warm-up space. And it's going to be a couple hundred people here just hanging out, and then around, let's say, 11:30, 12:30, everybody's moving on to the bars and restaurants, clubs, mostly the bars and the clubs. But as you will see a little later in the video, the restaurants are pretty booming late at night as well. And this area is pretty well lit in the evening. You might want to take a cab to the front of the entrance for Clock Tower, because it's like you see there, a lot of the streets are blocked off in the evening. The cabs can't get down the street to the club, so you're better off asking the taxi driver to drop you off at the Clock Tower, and then you can walk to the clubs. And they're all down these streets, left and right, bars, restaurants, and clubs. I'm hanging out with my boy Lou. He's from Jersey, but like somehow he got deported back to Colombia, so he's in Colombia. And we're hanging out. You know me, I'm pretty much a solo traveler, and I meet people everywhere I go. So don't ever feel, afraid to travel alone. Trust me, everywhere I travel, I meet another American, mostly one or two guys, and we hang out and have a ball. Now we're walking down these streets, going to the two popular clubs for, I guess, maybe tourists or guys looking for girls, which is Space and Vida. And like I said before, Here's most, you're gonna see 90% of the girls are gonna be working girls. If you want to feel like a celebrity and special, although it's not real, I would say no matter what, you should go here, try these two clubs at least once. If you're not into pros, into working girls, there are dozens of great clubs and bars all within the walled city, old city, that you can have a ball with. The setback with these two spaces is that they are so crowded that you no longer can really have fun in there, because I mean, it's like walking through the most popular clubs. I'm being from New York, I know how it is, where you can't dance. Now this is the back part where you can get a bottle and maybe you can get on stage, or you'll get a bottle and you get a table. But what's the sense of getting a table when your table is going to be surrounded by people standing up, because it's a small club and it's like nowhere to go except there's usually someone on the stage, but you can't always get on the stage unless you buy a bottle. So, and this is not even fully packed. Now, skip over to Raza. I hope I'm saying it right. This is one of the rooftop bars, and right across from the clock tower. Here you're going to see a little more mature, sophisticated crowd. Not to say that none of the girls here are working girls, but maybe they're with more sophisticated people. But it looks like a bunch of locals. The music was great, the vibe was great. It's very easy to get a drink. It's very easy to find a place to sit down. And on the roof is pretty cool. It's great at nighttime. And this is one of the 3 or 4 rooftop bars right across from the clock tower. I'm here with some friends. They actually brought me here with my boy Tony and showed us some other things to see, along with this Dorado, another rooftop bar. It's a little higher than the other one, and it's a great view. You can see the clock tower. It's dead in the center of right across from the clock tower. You know, as you can see, they're playing Migos on the TV. The music is great. You see the breeze up there, and that's the clock tower in the back. That's why they called it the clock tower. Another nice bar. You can get food here as well. You see the atmosphere. There's seats available. Everybody's relaxing. It's more of a mature atmosphere, and that just shows you, don't get caught up with thinking that Cartagena is all about the pros and the only 2 clubs is Dolce Vita and Space. There are plenty clubs. Now I'm walking around the walled city, old city, and here I'm going to show you that actually the walled city is known for exquisite cuisine. There are dozens of high-end restaurants with gourmet food. It's a little pricey here for Colombia. It's a little pricey, period. But I mean, maybe it's comparable to U.S. prices, but not the U.S. prices for fine dining. As you can see, these are beautiful restaurants all up and down these streets. And there are other clubs and bars as well to play salsa, merengue, bachata. You know, there's so much more to offer than what most of us have seen on YouTube with just Dolce Vita and Space and the clock tower. And this place is beautiful in the daytime and it's beautiful in the nighttime. So I'm just walking down the street. I'm trying to briefly show inside of some of these beautiful restaurants that are busy at about 12:30 at night. Beautiful architecture, and this is more of like the colonial era. and the colorful houses and terraces. So now I'm walking out of the clock tower, out of the walled city, and I'm heading across to another neighborhood, which is bubbling, called Getsemaní. I'm sorry, I know my pronunciation. My pronunciation is wrong. But it's Getsemaní, something like that. And their nightlife is great too. The only thing is that we headed out a little bit too late. There's clubs on that side as well. Local clubs with local people. And they have a great nightlife over there. But I don't think it stays open as long as the walled city. So by the time we walked over there, it's right across the way there in the direction I'm walking. Almost everything was closed out. As you see, it's pretty quiet. But this is Getsemaní, and another beautiful area. A little more known for the backpackers, and it's kind of like a little bit how Soho used to be, I guess, back in the days in New York. You know, now Soho is just kind of the artsy area, and it's a newer development area. And it's beautiful at night and the daytime as well. We just did a little walking around. It seemed like everything was closed. We went to one or two clubs, but it was kind of late. And this is just to give you a quick, brief overview of what you can do at night in Cartagena, Colombia, in the walled city, old city surroundings. It's your boss, Kamal Nuru, International's Omega Millions. You're watching Barber World TV.